Okay, the history of the smokestack, well, the ancient Romans really developed the concept like everything else they developed. They started punching holes in the side of their bakeries to relieve the smoke, and that's really where it started. Back then, everyone was heating their house with a fire, and they're just a big smoke-filled room, so they needed a way to relieve the smoke. So from there, the upper-class English started to put chimneys in their houses in order to get the smoke out, and the chimney was invented, basically. Now, the stack functions with a concept called stack effect or draft, and this is the formula for it right here. But we're not going to talk about that because it's a concept you're probably already familiar with, and that is that hot air rises. When you heat air, it becomes less dense and it becomes more buoyant than the outside air around it. So much like a piece of wood would float in water, hot air is going to rise above because it is more buoyant than the outside air. Now, the purpose of the stack is to magnify that effect, which creates more natural draft, which helps with combustion in the boiler and a few other things. Okay, so now you know why the smokestack exists and its purpose. I want to show you some unique and even iconic smokestacks from the US and around the world. Several cities have embraced the existing smokestacks to define their landscape. The Battersea smokestacks appeared on Pink Floyd's 1977 album cover, Animals. Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati has flaming smokestacks whenever the Reds hit a home run. Some student here painted this smokestack as a cigarette in order to protest an anti-smoking ban. Here's one in the Baltimore City Harbor, which is an excellent example of repurposing. Now here's some large smokestacks. The Asarco El Paso smokestack was the tallest of its kind, made of bricks 585 feet high. The tallest smokestack in the Western Hemisphere is the Inco Superstack in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, 1,250 feet high, and the tallest smokestack in the world is the GRES-2 power station in Kazakhstan, 1,377 feet high. Okay, so while smokestacks serve a real purpose, they are really awesome to look at. Well, thanks for joining me this week while we did our episode on smokestack. Come find us on social media because we're everywhere.